Case file number 1742, Mary Kamau versus Brian Kimunyo. The court will now session.
Thank you, Your Honor. My client here, Mary Kamau, is here today with claims that her brother-in-law, Brian Kehunyo, is trying to sell land that was left to her by her late husband, Joseph Kamau.
Your Honor, this is a classic case of manipulation. The wife saw an opportunity to enrich herself through marrying a rich husband, and here the brother-in-law is just trying to protect the wealth of his deceased brother.
The plaintiff, I would like to call my client to the stand to further get a clear picture of the case.
Lift this Bible and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Mary Wakamau,
Do solemnly,
sincerely
and truly declare, and affirm that I will tell the truth, and nothing but the truth.
Mrs. Kamau, can you please explain to us the relationship? Mrs. Kamau, can you please tell us the relationship between you and the client?
He is my brother. I'm here today because he's trying
And why are you here today?
I'm here today because he's trying to sell a piece of land that was rightfully left to me by my late husband. It belongs to me and my kid, and he has no right to sell it.
Can you further explain to the court what happened?
I met Joseph when I was an intern at the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital. He came in the hospital with minor injuries he had sustained from a car accident. I was assigned by the doctor to attend to him. He was the first patient I attended to without the doctor's supervision. He engaged me in a conversation throughout the whole process, which kind of made my job easier. He was funny and sweet and charismatic. After I had patched him up and given him some painkillers, he innocently asked for my phone and put his contact information. Was it against the hospital's policy? Yes, but I was flattered that he saw me in my hospital scrubs. We texted and called each other for some weeks. We went on several dates, and then the day he had proposed to take me out on the date, I was doing an 18-hour shift at the hospital, so I couldn't make it, and we had to reschedule.
Wanted to ask you to go with me tonight, but it's okay. Naelewa.
The date turned out to be perfect. We went out on more dates and we talked about anything and everything from family, ambitions, goals, dreams, and everything we wanted to achieve in life. Almost a year into dating, he proposed to me, and this time we had moved in together at his place. We had not met his family yet. I was 2 months pregnant.
Unasikia baridi wewe. Tuingizie hata kama itakutosha. Shushangu alinipatia ring mazee ichungi na roho yako yote wala.
We arranged for the meeting.
Mwaje bro. Nguvu sana wewe. Fiti. Niko karibuni bwana. Mnajisitia hapo hivyo, unaweza kaa hivyo. Oh, mambo. Unaweza kaa. Mkoaje?
Mimi ndo fiti.
Ndio mmefika sasa.
Karibuni sana. Hi. Nice to I expected his family to be as welcoming as he was, but after they heard about my poor background, They started accusing me of wanting to get married to him for the money. They didn't approve of our marriage, but we were so much in love. I delivered a bouncing baby girl. I was on maternity leave at this time. One night, he came home and wanted to talk to me. My husband wanted me to quit my job and stay at home to take care of our baby. We had a heated argument. After a few weeks of deep thoughts and consideration, we came to an agreement. I decided to sacrifice my career, my dream, and my ambitions because I loved my family so much. After all, I wanted to take care of the baby myself until she was grown. A few months later, my husband was involved in a fatal car crash. He died on the spot. He was my strength. He believed in me when nobody else did. He supported me. But all that came to a halt when my in-laws came to my matrimonial home. They claimed a right to his estate by blood. At this time, it was just a few days after my husband's burial. I knew he had left a will, so I left with my kid and decided to settle the matter in court.
That is where Joseph is arrested and he's trying to sell it. That is where I'm supposed to raise my kids. He had already come with a buyer. A few days after the burial, his brother hadn't even rested. What am I supposed to do with my children? Where am I supposed to take my kids? I have nowhere else to go. I don't have a job. That is what
That will be all. What would you like to Mary Kamau, did you really love your husband or his money?
Of course I loved my husband.
You've testified in this court that you gave him your number while working. Isn't this against the hospital rules?
It was against the hospital rules, but Joseph was sweet and he was nice to me. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist giving him my number. He was really insistent.
When you saw him at that time, could you tell that he was rich?
Anyone could tell that he was rich.
How so?
He was wearing an expensive watch, and the way he carried himself, the way he talked, from what he was telling me at that time, I could tell that he was money.
So you're in the habit of looking at what your patients are wearing and how they're dressed?
I can't control who comes in through the door. I mean, I'm a nurse. I meet people from all walks of life. It's just coincidence that Joseph was married.
So it will be fair to assume that you gave him your number because you figured out he was rich.
I gave him my number because he was a sweet guy and he was nice, and I didn't mind getting to know him somewhere.
It's in the knowledge of this court that your husband paid from your master's degree. Wouldn't you call that opportunistic for you?
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
Your Honor, it's important for the court to see the motive of the plaintiff in marrying the husband.
Overruled.
The plaintiff makes a question.
I don't see anything wrong with the husband paying for his wife's education. Joseph was supportive and he really wanted him to do it, and when he offered it, he did.
And you've testified that the in-laws didn't like you. Wouldn't it be because they saw you for who you are? You just married their brother for his mom.
Those are people who met me on the first date and they were already telling my husband that they didn't like me. Those are people that had never seen me before. They were just judging me because I come from a poor background and they thought I was a background that's money, which was not the case. Joseph and I were in love.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The defendant may now take a stand.
Mr. Kehunyo, are the accusations made against you true?
Sorry, no.
Mr. Kehunyo, do you also understand what a will is?
No, I don't know.
To make it easier for you to understand what a will is like a document or a contract left behind by a deceased person on how his wealth should be shared among his family. And in this case, Mr. Kamau left his land to his wife, right?
Ni mambo ya wazungu, sisi ni Afrika. Mwanamke afai kuwa na shamba, aje sasa aje mwanamke na shamba.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The court is now adjourned. We'll resume in an hour for the final verdict. After listening to both the plaintiff and the defendant, and in accordance with our justice system, I have my ruling. The defendant will immediately return the deceased estate and make sure it's handed over to the deceased family. Sir, respect my court. Respect my court.
Mwanamke mchai hata aliwa pesa zangu.